Hello, this is David Cherry, and today I'm going to show you some code for displaying MySQL databases in a select list. Now, I don't believe in typing out the code and wasting all that time doing it. What I'm going to do is show you the code and show you why I think the code's pretty neat and can be important to you as a person. All right, now here's the select tag right here. Now there's no functionality in the select tag as into like post data. Okay, we're not interested in posting data at this moment. But anyway, so this is the database right here. Okay, the databases that I'm currently showing. All right. Now the reason we want to do it with a blacklist is because of this right here. Now this is not the blacklist. Okay. But anyway, if you see performance schema and PHP MyAdmin, all right, well, you may not want to show those, okay, for various reasons, okay. But there's other reasons. What if someone else has a database among your databases and you only want to show your databases? Then you want to blacklist their databases, so only the ones that you created shown. Or if you're interested in databases created by someone else and all you want to show is that particular person's databases, okay. So over here, I don't want to show these databases for whatever reasons I'm doing what I'm doing, okay. Now this is a select list that shows all of them that is in this particular Maria database, okay. And so now this is the select list right here that does not show those databases. See here? All right, so these only show the databases I created right here. All right. Now, what is the code? What does the code look like? Okay. Now this is the code right here. Okay, and I'll explain the code, and I'm not going to type it all out. Okay, but all the code that you see right here. Okay, you want to be sure you have your opening PHP tag here and your closing PHP tag right here. Okay, and this is for PHP. All right, and so anyway, I define an array right here called databases. And the reason is that when I get the databases using the built-in functions, from MySQLi, I want to put them into an array so I can process that array and only put out the databases that I'm interested in. Okay. Now, in order to do that, I create a blacklist array right here that you see. And the blacklist array are the arrays, the databases I do not want to show, which are performance schema and PHP MyAdmin right here. I don't want to show those databases in my select list because, when I do my processing later on, for my select, using a select list when I have post data, okay, or I want to use get data, from URLs or whatever, I'll have what I need, okay, and not showing the databases I don't want, okay. So anyway, first what I do is define an array right here, an empty array, all right, called databases. Then the next thing I define is the blacklist, okay. And then this code right here, is how it all goes about. Okay, now let me point this one thing out right here. Now, if you see this right here, I have array push, and the reason is that I'm pushing onto the database, the array databases, which is empty. Each database, okay, that is in my databases. Okay, and this is the database name right here. So this is the array function. So you'll need this, all right, and you'll also need this right here. Now the best thing to do is to copy the code, and I'll show you a link to get the code as well in the video descriptions there. Now, so what you want to do is you want to push it onto the array first. Okay, so let me explain the code right here. Okay, this is the local host to the server. Do it as localhost, okay. Then the server name, username, all right, would be root, and then your password would be empty, all right. Now that's not good for security, okay, but this is just to get you started, all right. And then the database name in this case is demo, which is really, this is not needed at all. I don't know why I left that in the code, but that's not needed at all. Okay, so anyway, because what I'm basically doing is getting the databases. Okay, so that should not even be there. All right, so anyway, and then what I'm using is the SQL statement, show databases, right here. Okay, and then I want to go through all the results, as it goes through here, showing the results. Okay, and so we'll show the databases here. All right, so anyway, now that we've pushed it right here, okay, forgive me for not explaining it so good. Okay, now this is how I get it into the select list. Okay, now to start the select list, I have this statement right here. Okay, and I set the ID in the select list to DB names, because that would be useful in JavaScript later on. Okay, and then I end the select list here. Okay, now you want to start your select list and end your select list before you start your for each statement, which is right here, because if you don't, you're going to have a big mess when it appears, when it shows up later on. Okay, now what I use is the PHP built-in function in array. Okay, and I'm only interested in what is not in the array of the blacklist. Okay, so this here is the array of the blacklist. Okay, and this is the variable that I don't want, that I want to check. Okay, so if this variable is not in this blacklist right here, then it'll print out the variable. Okay, and the variable, that's in the for each statement that I'm interested in, I want to do the comparison with, is DB name right here. Okay, so basically what this for each statement here does is says, all right, for each database as database name, okay, in other words, database is, okay, if this database name here is not in this blacklist here, then what it'll do is it will print it out right here, or echo it out right here. Okay, and so that's basically the code, how it basically works. Okay, and so remember in HTML, for an option list, okay, you'll have your opening, the value right here, okay, and then the closing tag right here, and then this is where you put your description right here, for what you're looking for. And in this case, it's simple. You got DB name, the same. Okay, and so, but anyway, you want to make sure that your if statement is enclosed, all right, within the for each statement. Okay, you have your opening and closing for the if statement, which is, using the PHP built-in function in array. Now, right here, you see this right here? That's important, because what this basically says, if it's not in the array, okay, if it's not in the array, I want to print it out. So you got to have that exclamation before the in array. Okay, so this is a built-in function, built-in PHP function in array, and that's basically how you do it. Okay, so anyway, anytime you want to get the code, you can copy the code by pausing and stopping this video. Okay. All right, and you'll see the title is MySQLi show databases and select tag with blacklist. Okay, and so that will allow you to be able to show it within a select list and only display, as I have here, the databases you want displayed, excluding the ones that are in the blacklist. So right here, it'll show all the databases I'm interested in here. Anyway, that is the code, and I hope I made it simple. And just remember, all you have to do is pause the code to see it. And basic recommendation, I'm not going in depth. And so I just want to say thank you. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. If you think you're going to use it, definitely give me a thumbs up. That way I'll know that you're interested in the code and it's useful to you. So I just want to say, have a good day, and we thank you a whole bunch. And you will have a link where you can actually see the code on in my own personal database on my website. Thank you. You have a good day. Take care of yourself, and thank you a whole bunch.